Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is also coming down lower. We have not had any sign of a bottom in place, so expectations have to be lower. Explained it in yesterday's last video that as a first evidence that a local low has been made here, I need to see a break of at least 29k. Hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Therefore, expectations are and have been to go lower. It's getting closer to that critical support at 27.8k. It's only $100 away basically. And maybe we are really going to test it. This is the 27.8k level I've been talking now about for a few days. This support here, I've already changed the chart to the new, let's say short-term more bearish perspective. And as if you remember the 29.4k level, when that broke, that was for us the warning that something is not quite right and that a deeper correction is probably going to happen. And now we are approaching that 27.8k level, which is the next line of support. As long as we stay above that, we could theoretically turn around and put a new high in place here. But if we break below that, this will reduce massively in likelihood and would even give more traction to the yellow count here with a deeper wave 2, ideally into the region between 22k and 25.3k. However, if I zoom in a little bit, this move down is not going to happen in a straight line. So we could very well get a bounce at 27.8k because it is support and we basically have a full pattern now to the downside in an A wave. So this correction could nearly be finished. So the 27.8k level is a next level of support, of key support. So wouldn't be surprised if we see a bounce here in a B wave. If it obviously rallies through, goes above the X wave high, which is around 30.4k, then we'll most likely put a new high in place. But at the moment, due to the weakness and the break of micro supports, also looking at what Ethereum is doing, I would at the moment look rather for a B wave when we move to the upside. But most importantly, it will be a bounce. There will be some kind of a bounce coming. My primary expectation at the moment would be that this will ultimately result in a C wave down. Now, what are the important levels to watch out for? Well, first of all, we have here the 27.8k level that is structural support, important support, based on the support also for some micro counts. And then we've got here the 38.2 fib level of the move to the upside between between March and April. This is not a very reliable level. I mean, for a wave 2, normally the 38.2 fib level is not enough. It can be, but normally it isn't. Still, I have it on the chart here as a level because sometimes an A wave, it would be a very long A wave then, but sometimes an A wave just bounces from there. Okay, we should get that B, and the C wave ideally reaches at least 25.3k. From here we can then look for reversal in a third wave rally to the upside. And I'm going with this count as long as we're holding $22,000. That would still be a bullish count. What happens if we go below 22k? What would happen then? Would it be bearish? Not necessarily. As long as we hold the green support area here, I would still be happy. It would be a slightly different count, one that I don't follow primarily, but we talked about that before. Obviously, I can't show you all the counts in every video, but we talked about that. We talked about that we could have had, let me think, let me just readjust here. We talked about this count that the wave 4 could have set here, the 5 here. Is it likely? Not for me too much, because the wave 4 here came down a little bit too low. Didn't invalidate it, that's why it's an option. And then the overall wave 1 sits here. And that could still send it down into the green support range, okay? Just be aware of that level. It's one that I don't follow primarily, but it's sort of one more bullish option if 22k breaks. So not all bullish support levels are broken after the 22k level break. But first of all, we take it level by level. We first need to be watching if we can turn around in this yellow box here, okay? But before that, we have a What, did it just reach 27.8k? 1 second. Oh, did it do that earlier today? Oh, I completely missed it. Actually, did it? Okay, I missed it. Did it earlier today? Completely missed it. Oh wow. Well, that was accurate then. Hit that 27.8k level and already rallied to around 28,050. Wow. Okay. So yeah, maybe it's doing its bounce here now. I completely missed that because I focused more on the macro aspect here. But yeah, I mean, I'm currently counting this wave 2 down as a possible WXY correction. That is subject to change because they can morph quite quickly into different corrective patterns. Not a problem. Common practice in Elliott Wave, especially in corrections. But yeah, now we need to see, is the 27.8k level sufficient? And first evidence that a more sustained low has been made. I would still like to see a break above 29k, but I'd already be a good start would be a break above 28,350. And what would be the first line of fib resistance then? Well, for the B wave, the very first, 1 second, if we have for the B wave, the very first level of fib resistance would be, well, we would be talking about most likely the area between 29,150 and 29,920 as key B wave resistance. I'm actually going to put it here onto the chart now as resistance. This is where we will most likely at least see some weakness should we get into this region. And then we need to see, can we break it? And it might be something more bullish, but if not, then it's a confirmation that it's just a B wave. But first of all, we need to see, is the B wave actually starting? Certainly we have a chance there to form a more local low, more sustained low. And if we break below here, then I'd be watching the 26,680 level next. But there will be further structural support along the way here with all these swing lows around the 27k area. Okay, that's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.